We are doing it, people. The big dick energy is in the house. The man, the Muscle Man 5000, the man with a 15-inch cock. We are ready to rip it. Yeah, I know. Wow, right? That's a rumor. Orange spreading it everywhere, and we all like it. We love it. God, we want some more of it. Oh, we'll take another sweep in Nashville. Oh God. Oh, this feels so good, Jay. Oh, this is so nice. 8 years, buddy. A little over 6 mil. Some say, ooh, a little expensive. I say no. The water is just fine. And we lost 2 viewers by me saying that. And let's go ahead and kick this shit off. Let's get this intro going, boys. We got a lot to talk about. It's free agency. It's been a few days after. Dominoes are falling. Kadri? We'll keep it question mark. ... Let's get into it. Let's talk some shit. Let's have some fun. And that's right, people. Biggest signing for me for the Avalanche so far. Big Dick Energy, Val Nichushkin signs a massive 8-year deal. Let's just keep it at 8-year deal. With the Avalanche, about 6.125 mil per year. Dude's making bank. Dude's making his money. Let's get into it. And as we get into it, let's get the guys in here. Oh, what is going on there? We don't want that. That's terrifying. Oh, I know what we need to do. My bad. Rookie move. Gentlemen.
Oh my God, I didn't know my face was on the screen. Sorry, everyone. That's how you get rid of viewers. Right,
this is how we start the show. As unprofessional as ever.
I came back.
Good. We don't want you looking. Now we want you looking. Gentlemen, we'll start with you, Oren. Welcome back. UFA kind of show, talking about outgoings, incomings, all that good stuff, some rumors. Good to have you, Oren. Got the full headset back on.
Yeah, thank you for having me. At least my voice is working on this one.
Voice is working, sound tight. Our Canadian correspondent, Jay motherfucking Sway, with the Lord of the Rings background. What's up, buddy? How's it going?
It's going well, thank you.
And now all of a sudden your mic gets shitty again. Jesus, Jay. Can we not have one good stream with your mic and your shit together, dude? I mean, Canada is taking a beating right now. Okay. You're fine, Jay. Welcome back, buddy.
Thank you.
Yeah, good to have you. We got some Canadians to talk about tonight, and we got our boy here, sponsored by a certain whiskey, Maker's Mark. We are unofficially sponsored by Maker's Mark. We could be sued here tonight. It's very possible.
Or
Maker's Mark, we're bringing in our boy, sponsoring Eurolanche, Avs territory himself, Brennan. What's up, buddy?
It's been a long week. Development camp. It was fun.
Yeah, but a little 6-0, huh?
Yeah, and I'll go into that a little bit later about development camp, but it's always fun times.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's fun to see young talent and seeing who's in the pipeline and seeing who might stand out. That's the fun thing. We didn't have a lot of draft picks, barely any. So it's fun to see what we did and do have in the pipeline moving forward. It's going to be a fun time. Thank you for the people that are tuning in right now. Let's go ahead and get with it, guys. And let's go ahead and start with this man right here. We love to start with him. Val Nichushkin, free agency frenzy, all the stuff. TSN having a field day, making their money for the summer. Val Nichushkin, 8-year deal, 6.125 mil. Oren, we'll start with you because obviously you should be the most stimulated by this deal. Your thoughts? Big Dick Energy, 8 years, bro.
I know. I'm excited. I was glad they signed him long term. I mean, I think he'll be great. I think this start of the season he's just going to come out and pound everyone hard. So
Jesus, he's gonna pound everyone hard.
He's got 15
statement.
inches to give to everyone. So
that's the rumor. I didn't start it. That's what you told me secretly in my ear. You're about 1 inch from my left ear when I was playing a video game the other night, and you said 15 inches.
just 15 inches.
Just 15. Brennan, and we keep losing people when we talk about that. Brennan is here. Buddy, Val Nichushkin, 6 years. What do you think about the term, man? Is it slightly high? I mean, it seems a little slightly high, but what are you going to do? You got to keep your best players.
Next captain. I'm calling it.
Oh, well, is Gabe going to die?
No. I'm saying he'll be here a year longer than Gabe, I think, at this point.
Next captain. That's crazy. I mean, that's
give it to him. For
you know what?
Year.
That's a hot take. Hot take right now.
It is a hot take.
Very hot take by Brennan.
No, they'll give it to him a year, and then they'll be like, "Fuck it, we'll give it to we got to give it to Kale. He'll be a little.
You got to give it to you got to give it to Kale. And Jason, Big Dick Energy, 8 years here, 6.125. What do you think about the contract, the signing, the money? Just the overall feel, buddy.
I think like you a little bit, where the contract is a little bit too much to term. But I mean, if he wants to stay, you got to pay him, So 8 years, it's a long time, but I hope it's going to be worth it.
Jay,
Canadian.
Let me tell you something right now. Your Canadian internet is absolute shite. And I'm going to blame Scotty. He sold you a bad phone. He told you it was brand new. I think he put some viruses in it or some shit.
Drop it in the toilet or something?
Yeah, something happened, dude. It's rough.
But it's
so
good
Jay,
for me, because for me, I hear you guys perfectly, and your cameras are perfect too.
That's because we're good at what we do, Jay. Okay? we're excellent at what we do. Jay, one more favor. Can you drop? Yeah, can you drop out and then drop back in?
Maybe try resetting your phone.
And if it stays the same, we'll deal with it. It's fine because the people they just want to hear your voice, even if it sounds scratchy as hell. They want to hear it. But give us one more dropout. Give us one more of those famous Jay dropouts, and then come back in. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh boy.
One day we'll fix him.
Yeah. Josh giving you the dude. And you look like Val. Like he doesn't even know he doesn't even watch hockey at all. But he's like, dude, Oren. He's saying you look like Val Nichushkin. Dude, Josh, let me tell you something right now. Oren is the opposite of that in the mirror. Right? Let me tell you that right now. Don't ask how I know these things. I just know. Okay. Oren is the dude watching the dude showering with another dude. And then Anthony, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Finally, Elise. God, about time. We've been on for 8 minutes and you finally say something. Jeez. Yeah, we're kicking Jay out because his internet's trash and he's scratchy as hell. But that's Val Nichushkin for me, guys. I mean, we all said it. We asked that question last show if we could bring two guys back. Who would it be for me? It was Val Nichushkin. It was Josh Manson, and we did both. So I'm loving what we're doing right now. Yeah, maybe the money's a little high. You're looking at the market right now, but I mean, what by like 500,000? I mean, what are we talking about here?
Yeah, I don't think we overpaid for him.
I think we're splitting inches here, Oren. In my opinion, we're splitting inches, and I don't think Val's got plenty of inches to split. And I think let them split them, bro. What is it? 5.5, 6.125. What are we worried about? To me, let's get it done. It's 8 years. He's a career average.
Show us why he's getting paid that much. So
yeah, he better. Well, he better show us. Brennan, last final thoughts on Val.
I think he'll be worth it. I mean, the only thing I'm concerned about is just his production. He's been getting a lot more goals this last year, but if Kadri, knock on wood, is not with us, his production more than likely is going to go down, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, look, Val Nichushkin is not a guy who's going to get you 80, 90 points.
I know. He's a 20 goal scorer. It's just
50 points,
the amount of money that we gave him. I would hope I'd hope he can get like an extra 5 to 10 more. That's
even with that. And this is going to be a similar conversation with Lehkonen. The reason we're paying Val this much money, besides hopefully being a 50, 60-point player consistently in this term, the guy can play anywhere. The guy plays the power play. The guy plays the penalty kill. He's an absolute beast. And Jesus, Jay, what is going on? All right,
and I led you into exactly what I wanted you to say.
Yeah, the guy can play everywhere. Jesus, Jason. That's worse.
We're gonna keep you muted just until you
just keep him
all
muted.
that Montreal crime there.
Fine. It's fine. My God, how bad is the Canadian internet right now? Yeah, so he's a guy that can play up and down the lineup, and I think that's why they're paying him the money. He's a playoff performer.
That wasn't Jay. That's someone else.
That's not Jay. No, that's Jay. He's unmuted. That's Jay.
Why did you?
I was on mute.
I know.
No, yeah.
I muted your ass.
This show is getting off to a stellar start. We're 11 minutes in. I'm talking about the first signing on UFA. I've got a long list here, boys.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's just go with it here. Jesus, Jay, whatever you've done is way worse. So I'm gonna have you back out again, or whatever you're doing.
Reset your phone.
Change what you're doing. Change what you're doing. This is a professional show. My God, yeah. Is Jay playing the operator?
And he keeps
losing. He's constantly. He's losing all the time. He
it's
thinks
that TELUS internet, I tell you.
He thinks playing to win is like touching the sides of every organ possible. And that's Jay. All right, now let's go ahead and get to. We all love Val. We love the signing. Let's get to Darren Helm real quick. 1 year, 1.25. A little bit of money. I was a little bit, I didn't know about. I was more confident on Cogliano's deal, but Darren Helm, we get him signed up. Brennan, is that a good way to make a play there with Darren Helm? Even though we all know we did not re-sign
The only
Abe.
thing I hate about Darren Helm is the fact that he was a Red Wing for so many years.
Yeah,
that's literally the only thing I hate about him. He's like the nicest guy ever. I hear he's like a great person in the locker room to have.
I'm sure he is.
He's a great forechecker. He's a great power play or a great penalty killer. For his age, he's speedy. You wouldn't think for his yeah. You'd think he'd be slow for his age, but he's not. He's an older O'Connor, if you want to think about it.
Yeah, with experience, and he's still got a shot on him. Josh wants to know, Brennan, I don't know if he's talking about you or Jay, the Canadian that we keep kicking out. He's asking, can you kick?
Oh, I thought he was talking about
the kicker.
The guy in the picture, but I guess that's not what I'm left.
No, there's no guy in the picture.
Maybe that's a glove. I thought that was a foot.
No, he's talking about us, dude. He's asking Brennan or Jay, his massive face right here, if can any of you guys be the kicker for the Dallas Cowboys?
Probably.
I played soccer in middle
school.
Good enough. Good enough in Dallas, bro. Good enough in Dallas, dude. Good enough.
As long as we don't kill somebody in the crowd, I guess we'll be fine.
Yeah, just kill one or two, you'll be fine. Robert, what's up, buddy? You're the one fan that stuck with us that was on an opposing team. All of our Tampa Bay people, they left me. They sent me hate messages. They really did. They don't care enough to send messages. But this is vodka, seltzer, and just a little tiny, it's like a raspberry something cranberry juice. Just a tiny, just to color it. That's what it is. It's mostly Tito's. That's what it is.
What's up, Robert?
Yeah, good to see you, buddy. Jumping in on a Colorado UFA show. Are you one of these closet Avs fans that I've been talking about? I think maybe Robert.
I don't even know what St. Louis did. To be honest,
much better, bro. Well, they lost Perron. They did.
Yeah, good riddance. Good riddance.
Lost Perron. I'm glad. Yeah, he went to Detroit. Yeah, that's great. Elise says, "Watch your age talk. Calm yourself, please." She's offended. She's really offended by that. So we get Darren Helm 1 year, Jay. Jason, we also signed another 1 year deal here. this gentleman here, which I really like the signing. He's good friends with Nate McKinnon. He's a guy that just jumped. He was the guy they said his first day in the locker room, it was just like nothing needed, no embedding, no nothing. The guy was class act. Got him a Stanley Cup. Jason, we signed him to a very similar deal, same deal really, to Darren Helm, $1.25 million. Your thoughts on getting Cogliano one more year for this push?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great term. Of course, 1 year. You can't ask for better, and really cheap deal, just like Darren Helm. Same contract.
Yeah.
And,
they play swords in the shower is what I hear. Darren Helm and Cogliano. Can you confirm that, Jay?
I wish I could, but maybe Oren has a better view.
Okay. Well, he might.
Well, I do like those spy cams, so yeah.
Okay. All right. It got really weird. Jay, so you think it's a good deal for Cogliano? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Brennan, your thoughts? Cogs, 1 year.
He's essentially the same type of player as Helm. He just doesn't get as hurt. Well, he'll play through the injuries, for God's sakes.
Yeah,
look at his hand. And to go back on her age comment, by the way, I'm older than both of these guys.
Yeah.
So yeah. I've got 2 years on both of them.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah.
All right,
so watch
your lace them up.
Yeah.
You ready to lace them up then?
Right.
Before we get to the next guy, this is an interesting comment here. Anthony Stastny, but is he a UFA?
Mm-hmm. He is. I don't know if he's interested in coming back. That's the thing.
Why wouldn't he be though? It's no bad piece.
It's the way that it ended here.
What?
Because if he had the same agent as O'Reilly when he left, and if you remember the O'Reilly breakup, that didn't go well.
Yeah, I remember the O'Reilly breakup. Yeah, I mean, like,
and it essentially went the same way with Stastny.
Yeah, and I feel bad for Stastny.
The agent's an asshole. Then I mean, well, we'll say it is. But
it's player power. It is player power. If he wanted to, they might take a look at it. I don't know. And Josh is right. You just don't diss the older people. He wants us to sign Joe Sakic. Look, Josh, Joe Sakic is the president of the team. He's a little old, as we say, don't diss older people. He's a little old to be playing, even though I'd still put him as my second center right now for the Avalanche, since Kadri's not signed. Joe Sakic would be my number 2C if I could do it. And then he has a morbid post here about Tampa Bay is ranked number 1 for people dying at the will of old age. And that's so sad, but true. Stats are real, people. People die at the will, Jay. Something you would know if you had a car and had a driver's license. So we're moving on. And here's another one, people. This is one of the big ones I wanted done. We all talked about it. This gentleman right here, Joshua, the Manson family, Manson, gets signed, boys. It's a 4-year deal, about $4.5 million per. We'll start with you, Brennan. Joshua Manson, absolute clutch. Our defense, we've traded so many prospects to get deeper on the defense for the run, to re-sign a guy like this, to make these trades worth it. Your overall thoughts?
He's a hitter. He'll complement well with EJ, and he'll protect Byram and Gerard once he gets back. And we know he's not going to score. I think we pretty much know what to expect from him.
He scored big goals in the playoffs.
Yeah, but okay, he came to the Avs.
He can get those. He can get those.
Yeah, but he busted that up, dude. With a better team. Let's change that. Maybe he gets. I don't know. Maybe he gets 7 to 10 a season. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, give him a full season with us. Maybe.
I mean, my expectations are low for him scoring. I think.
Okay. I think he's really good defensively, though. So that's
exactly.
That's what we need him for anyway.
He's got his aspects are throughout other portions of the game. So, and that's what I loved about his game. You'd hear those crunching hits every few minutes just from him.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, he's a beast.
I agree with Anthony. He definitely got better towards the end of the playoffs. He was monumental towards the end for sure.
Now, do you agree with Anthony that you're going to now call him Mason, or do you agree that
I agree that it's Manson, but
okay. Well, Anthony says he's disagreeing with you. He's calling him Mason. So you guys can argue that privately. And is Mike Modano still play? He doesn't, but if he did, damn right we would sign him. But God, what a good-looking guy. I always thought Mike Modano just a handsome fella. I thought he could be in the new Top Gun. He could take Tom Cruise's spot, in my opinion. Josh is going to hate me for that, but I think Mike Modano easily could be in Maverick. He could be Maverick, in my opinion. That's okay, buddy. Long day.
Like Como, he's a free agent.
No, let's not talk about that. We won't do that. We're not doing that. And then one of the last UFA signings, at least, was something to recommend and something I've had a little fun with a little bit is this gentleman right here, Brad the Cunt Hunt. Gentlemen, we have Brad the Cunt Hunt signed for a couple years here. Let me tell you something about Brad the Cunt Hunt. 33 years old. Gentlemen, he had 3 goals, 14 assists in 50 games at 17 points, 50 games. Not terrible for an NHL, for a team like the Vancouver Canucks. Got him on yep. Well, let's not talk about that. That's Vancouver. He's on a 2-way deal. So there you go. There's where the money comes in, and that's why we all feel good about it. It's a 2-way deal. Overall average about $765,000 a year. Not even making what he did in the 1 year in Vancouver. He was coming in off $800,000. Gentlemen, so it's a depth signing. Obviously, he owns McDavid. So anytime we play the Edmonton Oilers, we just put Kanta Hunt in, and we just fucking dominate. Jay, as a Canadian, I'm sure you've seen so much of Kanta Hunt. Your overall thoughts on a guy you've never seen play in your life?
No, I was gonna say I haven't seen him much play because he's on the West Coast. So, but I mean, I don't know what to expect about him. But like you said, it's always good to get some depth in your defensemen, and like in the playoffs, Jack Johnson came in well for the team when we needed him, and maybe Hunt could do the same this season.
Well, I don't know if Hunt's got the same kind of appeal as a Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson being an actual Olympian, he played huge minutes. He was actually a great player in his heyday. Hunt's just interested in fucking Connor McDavid over, apparently, and we'll take that. We're gonna need that. Yeah, we all are. So we'll take that for Hunt, but I think a depth guy who can play in the HL, the 2-way deal makes sense for the Avalanche. A team like the Avalanche is decently deep here with some signings, and I think he's going to be a good call. Brennan Hunt, got anything to say about him?
For his age, I think it's an appropriate contract. He's 33, so a 2-way contract would be the most appropriate for his age. And the Eagles have gotten decimated over the last couple days, so I don't know if you guys have actually paid attention. The Nashville Preds actually took 3 players in 5 minutes. So we need players down in Loveland.
I bet, yeah. And we traded a lot of our prospects. I mean,
well, it's not the fact that we traded a lot of them. It's a lot of them have signed contracts to somebody else and go other places because they're getting opportunities. Like Kiefer Sherwood got a 1-way contract with the Predators, which he
to get a 1-way. That's good for Kiefer. That's good for him.
Exactly. He fully deserved it after this year. So, but I'll go into
he's a hard player. He's a guy like Kiefer Sherwood. I mean, every time he came up, he gave it his all, dude. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything more for a guy like Kiefer Sherwood. So I'm all fine with that. Good for him. Jason, there is an RFA that was signed. You might know him a little bit. His name is Lehkonen, and we signed him up, boys, We got him to a 5-year extension. We're about $4.5 million per. Jay, we've got our boy. That trade was worth it. It's definitely worth it now. We have Captain Clutch. I say Captain. Excuse my language. We have Mr. Clutch. We have the next Chris Drury on our hands here, boys. We can only pray as Avs fans. Chris Drury is one of my favorite players ever. I have his tattoo on my ass, inner thigh. Jason, 5 years, Lehkonen. Your thoughts, buddy, as a also a part-time Canadiens fan.
Well, the term is really good, and the annual average value is even better. So I'm really happy for him and happy for the Avalanche, and I think he's gonna bring even more leadership as the years go on. Even though he's pretty mature for his age, already went 2 times in the Stanley Cup Finals too, so he has a lot of experience.
He's got a lot of experience. He scores big goals. What was Nathan MacKinnon's quotes? Like, I'd trade any first-round pick for, however many first-round picks for this guy. I mean, yeah. Nathan MacKinnon loves him because, I'm going to tell you what, Nathan MacKinnon loves a gamer. He loves anyone who's a freaking gamer. And Nathan MacKinnon is loving that we re-signed Val. He's loving that we re-signed Josh Manson. And he's loving that we re-signed Lehkonen. Brennan, your thoughts? Re-signing Lehkonen here as an RFA. 5 years.
Well, we knew that the signing was coming. It was just a matter of how much and when it was going to come. Of course, it's just I think it was an appropriate term. So
for sure,
it was worth it. So he knows when to light it up, and he knows when to score goals. He never seems to be in the wrong place. He's a hard hitter for his size because he's a small guy, and he knows where to be on the ice.
Yeah, he's a freaking gem of a player. Scored big goals. Oren, we got Lehkonen. We got him for 5 years, 4.5. It's very similar to the Josh Manson deal. Added a year. Your thoughts on keeping this clutch player?
He was the one, him and Big Dick Val, they were both the ones I wanted to definitely be re-signed, so I'm happy about that. And apparently they might even be playing on the same line with each other, so that's going to be even better.
Could be, for sure. Josh still making this a Dallas Cowboys podcast. Hockey players are cheap. Cowboys are paying Zeke Elliott $13 million this year, and he's not even the best running back on the team. Yeah, he sucks now. He sucks. That's what happens. Jerry Jones, he got happy. He signed him. You guys got to worry about. Yeah, you guys got to worry about Dak and his metal arm, and hopefully we can sell a lot of pizza commercials down there in Dallas, so we can you guys can get a team going.
And also they're saying Gerard is going to be back September 15th from his injury.
So just in time for preseason hockey. Great.
Where'd you see that one?
Yeah, where did you see that one? You're just fake newsing? Are you fake newsing right now?
I just throw out random facts, yo.
Okay, I believe you.
Well, I'm not gonna tweet that out because it's like, oh, my friend Oren said this.
You should say that. You should say that. You should just tweet it out.
It's on the Puckapedia, Colorado Avalanche.
Oh, Puckapedia.
And I didn't
you could say
read too deeply.
You could say per Puckapedia sources, Oren.
Expected return Thursday, September 15th.
Per Puckapedia Media, sponsored by Oren Cock Williams.
Okay, well, that's just the beginning of the training camp, but whatever.
Yeah. Preseason starts pretty soon. Right after that. Let's go ahead, boys. We got our incomings. Let's go ahead to departures. Let's quickly run through the departures. One of the big departures, obviously, is this gentleman right here, guys. Andre Burakovsky. Great skater. One of the best skaters on the team. One of the, best shooters, obviously, on the team. Very streaky player. At least believes you, Oren. She says you're legit. Great player. It's sad to see him go, but I think we all kind of knew, with the salary cap and what we really needed to get done, that Burakovsky was going to seek pastures. He was going to get paid. He's won 2 Stanley Cups now. The guy's, but you've got 2 cups. He can go make some money. He can go have some fun. up and coming team. Seattle, a couple young centers, and Shane Wright and Bernier, and guy that can have some fun with his hockey. I mean, I don't know how much fun you're gonna have in Seattle, but he's doing his thing. And Jay, your thoughts? Burakovsky leaves the team. We wish him well. We appreciate his service.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great for him and boost his confidence. And it's funny too because I saw that the other day, and every time he wins the cup, he leaves the team. So
Of course he does.
maybe he'll
It's a
turn things around in Seattle and maybe bring the cup back there in a few years.
He will not bring the cup
3
back
years.
there. It's not happening,
3 years.
Jay. He's not. That's not happening. Maybe 15 years from now.
With the way they built that team.
Yeah. That's not happening. He'll stay there. And of course, I'm sure I don't know what his clauses are, but I'm sure he can be traded to some other contending team. Surely. So we lose Burakovsky. Brennan, last words for Andre. We appreciate him. Obviously, if he was healthier in the finals, I think this was when he was on the streak, so he would have had some more damage to be dealt.
He's a playoff player, and that's the unfortunate part is that I'm not here. I'm hearing that it was an actual broken foot that he was trying, or broken ankle that he was trying to.
Yeah,
through.
dude was trucking.
And the fact that he was trying to even skate on a broken ankle is ridiculous, first off. But props to you, man. And go have fun with Gruby.
Yeah, have fun with Gruby. Oren, last words for Burakovsky?
I'll miss him a little bit. Like you said, I mean, he's a little shaky, but when he did get those shots in, you were like, wow, that was a nice.
I mean, they were
one.
perfect.
But, I mean, I think with Seattle, he's just going to be playing around. He's not going to be serious. He's just going to have fun. So, props to him.
Be serious? No need to be serious.
Well, there's no way you can be serious with Seattle, but
yeah,
I think he's going to play better because he's not going to be serious. So
we're just trying to ignore Jay here.
Yeah, we're ignoring Jay. Yeah, I just want to block him out real quick. Elise says, between the cap and needing to keep room for the Mac Dad, I think I told my husband back in March, I didn't think he'd be back next year, and I need a pedicure. That's what I read. Hopefully you get that pedicure, Elise. You deserve it. You've been working hard. Anthony, for what hockey players spend to play the game, they should make more than the NFL players. I just sold a pair of Bauer Hyperlights for $1,600. Good for you, Anthony. Good
Those
for
better have been
freaking
pro
you.
stock.
Were those signed by the Avalanche's Stanley Cup winning team, bro?
Yeah, no joke.
What are
Seriously.
you talking about here, Anthony? Are you a goalie too? I think you're a goalie. I believe you. Goorect me if I'm wrong here. You said you get goalie gear to
yeah,
sell.
he was talking about selling his goalie gear.
Yeah, I think he might be a goalie. So it's Burakovsky. I don't even have Sturm's picture because for me, it's not. I don't have the room. But Sturm goes 3 years. He goes to San Jose. I say I knew that was 100% happening. We were not re-signing Sturm. It was one of those trades that maybe didn't go the best way that we thought it would. But guess what? We won a Stanley Cup, so technically, it worked. Jason, Sturm, San Jose. I mean, just a half salute. Thank you for trying hard a few games, and we'll see you later.
Yeah, well, we made his dream come true, and now he can go play with a bunch of players he's going to feel comfortable with, like Thomas Hurdle and Erik Karlsson. And I think he's going to be a better...
Is Erik Karlsson still alive?
You're right.
Is he still living?
I've heard rumors that he became an elf.
Okay, so there's rumors he is alive, but he has transformed.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
At midnight, his eyes turn blue.
Okay, interesting. Oren, anything you could say to Stern? I still have Burakovsky's picture out. That's how much I'm just into.
I'm definitely not gonna miss him. He really didn't put out as much as I
bet he didn't put out as much as you'd want. Believe me, I know.
No.
I know your standards.
Yeah, he wasn't all there for me. So
no, he wasn't.
So I won't miss him. It's all good. But
okay, Brandon.
Thanks for playing.
I'm just stuck on the fact that guy got $1,600 for the Hyperlights, but
he's still looking up the information.
Seriously, I'm looking up the Hyperlights, and they're only going for like
believe it.
$11.50. It's like, how the heck did you?
The guy's a salesman.
$50
Anthony's a
He
salesman.
had
They
a
were
dick print on
customized.
him.
Look, they were customized. He works at Pure Hockey and he plays in a man's league, for God's sake. Brandon, I mean, give the guy a break.
Okay,
It had-
He knows how to sell some shit, bro.
Customized, but then
sweat
you
and
shouldn't have
stink
been able to
on
get
it.
as much. Okay, whatever. I won't go there.
Up to the buyer. Up to the buyer.
Whatever. They're customized to his feet. That's the problem. But
Goalie pads, bro. Goalie pads.
okay.
They're expensive.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. I was thinking
Goalie
skates.
pads, bro.
I was thinking skates. But anyways, I play, so I know the gear. But it's just. Anyways, where
It's a
were
lot.
we? We were on Stern.
Stern.
I play with a thong and a fucking wife beater.
What
That's
are
what
we
I
doing?
play with. I don't even barely play with skates. My average cost of my gear is about $12. So you're talking about $1,600 here. We're talking about just your goodbyes to Sturm. What you thought?
Goodbye to Sturm. Okay, so he didn't really do much for us. I mean, other than that one goal during the playoffs that he threw off of Cogliano's knee. So
Big goal.
It was
Big
a big
goal.
goal.
It was a big goal.
It was a big goal.
That's what I'm saying. It's like a bad move overall, but when you think about it, I mean, we don't know what Tyson Jost would have done. I love Tyson Jost in the playoffs. He was another player, in my opinion. But the fact of the matter is, we trade for Sturm 1 year. We win a Stanley Cup. I know his contribution wasn't great, but you're not going to argue a Stanley Cup. Do you know what I mean?
But it wasn't just Sturm. That was the thing.
It was barely, but
He is like that much of it.
What did he do in the locker room? What did he do, in practice? What was the goal? I mean, when you win the championship, every move is the right.
A few face-offs.
Yeah, Nicky Finocchio Sturm filled a role, and I bet he filled a few holes too. You know what I mean, Nicky? You know what I mean, there, Nicky? You know what I mean, Nick? Sturm, and then the big one, boys. I don't have this picture loaded. I can only load up to 10 screens at a time. My apologies. Darcy Kemper. Let's talk. We talked about. We knew we weren't re-signing Darcy. Goes to Washington. I think we all said our goodbyes anyway. So we'll bypass that one. We wish you well, Darcy. I'm glad you're in the East. Have fun, Washington. They got a very small, tight window over there in Washington to win the cup. Hopefully, you guys can do what it's about. You're right, Nikki. It's going well, buddy. And we're going to still celebrate till the beginning of the season, but that's how it goes. It's going to go there, baby. As Cock Daddy says, every night, Nikki. We're going to do it every night. Anthony's glad to see Brent Bird's leaving the Sharks. Seems like a lot of good Western players are making the move. I'm assuming you mean move to the Eastern Conference. Yeah, to Carolina. Good play with them. Good play with them, boys. Real quick question here: how fired up are we for Newhook? That's you know what? Right now, that's where it stands. Kadri has not. Let me tell you what. We're gonna get on Kadri. The man is taking his time, okay? Because we are very involved in conversations with Nazem Kadri, and he knows he can make more money on the market, but I think he's torn. We can pay him decent maybe, and he is torn between being just winning some cups and being with this team, being this franchise that's really appreciated him, unlike Toronto, and just really gave the guy love. He's weighing his options. He's got his cup, but is one enough for a winner like Nazem Kadri? So we're going to get to that. I mean, Newhook, do I think he's ready for a second line C on the Colorado Avalanche? No. The way he performed last year? No.
Later in the year.
If later in the year he is, I'm impressed because the dude's got to rack up at least 50 points. In my opinion.
And I was debating that with Nathan Rudolph of DNVR. And,
nice.
And I mean, sorry to name drop, but
name drop.
Both me and him were like arguing.
You're name dropping. None of these guys know who that is. I know it is because I'm a true Avalanche fan, but these guys,
Right? Yeah, I see Jay. It's like, who the fuck is that? But
yeah, I mean, it's not like you're like I was talking to Brad Pitt earlier this morning,
Yeah.
and like, okay, yeah, I mean,
like me and him were going back and forth. It's like when's New Hook really going to be ready? And I think we kind of mutually agreed and agreed to disagree, saying middle of the year this year.
If he was a 2C, the middle of the year, that's a fucking amazing season. I still think there's an extra season there. He's not ready.
Yeah. I was calling him next year, and he was like, no, into this year. And I'm like, okay, fine.
I don't know, man.
If he plays like a good short portion of the third center or the fourth center this year, then maybe the middle of this year.
And what did he do in the playoffs? He skated.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, maybe a couple.
So right now,
different game.
New Hook is on the third line.
He should be, and he's not ready for second.
That's where he should be, because I honestly don't think he played up to anyone's standards.
No, and I was actually kind of surprised a little bit he didn't get a few more points in the playoffs, but we won the cup. It was fine, but Alex Newhook definitely not ready for a 2C spot.
Yeah,
offers more.
He's a bit too young and also missing experience.
Yeah,
it's a big role to have a second center in the NHL, and especially when you have high expectations on the Avalanche. It's not like you're a team in rebuild.
We're here for the money, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
We're here for your hair right now. Your hair looks gorgeous. What are you doing with it right now? You slicking it back? Is that hat hair? What's going on right now?
Yeah.
Did you dye it black? Jet black?
Putting your hat on.
Okay, that's hat hair. Oh, you have. Well, geez. Okay, put the hat back on.
Jay, where's the hat at?
Jay, where's the hat?
That Canadian hat he was trying to wear earlier.
I don't want to shit on your hair, bro. Your hair is fine. Looks good. No. You know what? You put it, but tuck the tag in for God's sakes, Jay. Tuck the tag in, please.
You can't see.
Work on that. Elisa's got Justice is still recognized as being a part of the team, but he didn't do much during the actual games. Of course. I mean, he worked hard. When she's saying Justice, is that the nickname for New Hook?
Yeah.
At least be clear there. I don't.
When I hear Justice, I hear Eustace Dannon.
Eustace. Yeah.
No,
she ain't talking about Eustace. She's not talking about Anna. She's not talking about Anna.
He was the third goalie all the playoffs. So
Nick's saying, "Whoa, he played in Ottawa. Who played in Ottawa?"
That would be Andreas England.
What the fuck is going on with this chat right now, Nick?
I don't know.
You fucking this chat up, bro.
Why are you talking about?
Oh, Eustace, Justice,
Eustace. There's no way I can.
I love it. No, let him go. Guys, and that was obviously Darcy Kemper. Bye bye. We all knew that was happening after the trade. We talked about that last show. Please check it out. Subscribe, like. But here's another man. We don't have his picture. Abe Kubel. He was an RFA. We decided not to retain him. I was a bit surprised by Abe Kubel. Us not re-signing him. I know we got some guys in the system. We have Sampo Ranta. We have Ben Myers, that we signed up as well. They can maybe do the job. I mean, he only signed for $1 million in Toronto. And Brennan, you're shaking your head. No, I mean, I thought Abe Kubel did a damn job for a fucking $1 million. I mean, what are we talking about here?
I didn't think he was coming back. He had too many stupid mistakes in the offensive zone. He always had those stupid offensive penalties.
I thought that was early on, but I thought he corrected that over there.
When you dent the cup, he ain't coming back. Sorry.
Oh, come on. It needed a punch, dude.
And so therefore, I'm gonna just say it now. Toronto ain't gonna win the cup with him.
Well, they're not gonna win the cup.
I think they probably saw him as a liability.
They're gonna get past the first round
just for the penalties. But I mean, like Jordan said, I think he did very good towards the end of the.
I liked him.
Yeah, I thought he was.
I liked him,
but his discipline. is definitely lacking. So
Yeah. Jay Abe Kubel. I mean, surprised we didn't re-sign him. $1 million for 1 year. I mean,
Yeah, but I think also the reason why his contract is really cheap, it's because the Leafs, I've noticed, like they've been signing players for really, really cheap because of their salary cap. Like they got Giordano really cheap too, and they got Samsonov for really cheap too.
well, I mean, like Abe Kubel for me was a guy. I don't know. Just a younger. He's a young guy, still very young.
I'd
Plays
still
hard.
say he was worth $1 million just for at least one more year.
Yeah, I mean, that was a bit like. I mean, is Ben Myers gonna be a Abe Kubel? No, I don't think he's not as physical. We'll see what happens. I mean, I know they've got some guys in the pipeline they want to bring up, and maybe he was kind of a guy like Abe Kubel was kind of in the way a little bit. Not a veteran guy that's won Stanley Cups and that you need in the locker room. So maybe there was room to move him, but I'm a little surprised. I don't know. Guy helped you win a Stanley Cup. The guy played.
The
Brendan, go ahead.
the only reason that Abe Kubel is going to get more than $1 million this year is the cup, because
He only got $1 million though. He only got one.
1.075.
Oh,
Yeah.
barely $1 million. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, like Darren Helm and Cogliano are making more than him.
Exactly, and so here, give me 1 second. I'm sharing the link with you guys so you guys can actually see it. But if you look at his history, you will see that he's never made more than $1 million. He's not $1 million player. He's one of those fourth line, third line players that you throw in there for like league minimum. He's a league minimum player that will eat up minutes, and that's it. He doesn't do much, and of course gets a shit ton of penalties in the process, which is exactly what he does.
I think playing with the Avalanche at the beginning, especially, he got some shitty penalties, some unnecessary penalties, and I yelled at him on my TV for many times.
Exactly. I mean, we all did.
But I think over time, working with Jared Bednar, seeing this team that was we're fucking winners. Talk probably Nathan McKinnon, get him a good slap in the ass, give him a good scolding. Seeing this team, he learned a lot. So I think Abe Kubel now going into Toronto is a way better version than he's ever been. I think he's part of a winning team. He's seen what it takes to be on a winning team. Yeah. The guy's he's done it here. He's seen what it takes. He's changed a bit of his lineup. He wasn't getting so many stupid penalties, especially in the offensive zone where we all know we're terrible. The guys changed. I find it a little surprising. Either way, you can only have so many guys. He's gone. So we salute Abe Kubel.
And it looks like Nick was saying that he was horrible until Patty Maroon found his niche too. And it's like, well, yeah, but Patty Maroon is still horrible.
Wins cup.
Yeah, but okay, look at the teams he plays on, though.
Yeah, but he was very annoying, and that's how when you play a team in a 7-game series, you're like I hate that guy. Well, you hate him for a reason. Usually, he's usually involved in some sort of positive play for the other team.
Yeah, you just don't want to listen to him talk.
You don't want to look at his you don't want to look at his face. It's terrible.
Exactly. Anyways, moving on.
So there's a lot of outgoings. Yeah, real quick, people. Just more of a thing. Joe Sakic, now president of the Colorado Avalanche, and Chris McFarland, who's been an assistant GM, who's been part of the Avalanche for many, 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 many years. He gets promoted to GM. So even though we're making moves, Chris McFarland, a big part of that now, a lot more say, doing a good job. Joe Sakic signing off on all those. If he sees anything he's questioning, Joe's on it. So just a really more so of just a quick announcement there. As we all know, that's been a thing for like almost a week, pretty much. Joe Sakic, now president of the Colorado Avalanche. And guys, it's time to talk about real quick here. This man here, Nazem Kadri. Oren, starting with you, he has yet to sign. Obviously, He's conflicted. Money is out there. More money is out there than what we can offer him. But the guy, we're doing what we can to convince him to stay and play. I don't know what the term would be. That's all hearsay. But the guy,
He just
the
signed in
big
Seattle.
clutch. Did he?
No, just joking.
Here. I would believe that. But I had to
your face.
I had to keep TSN open like right before we started this. I was like, wait, okay, he hasn't signed. Just have a tab open, just constantly refreshing as we talk about it. Oh, Lise. Oh, that's right. Oh, man.
Thank you.
If he did sign with Seattle, I'd prefer that to Calgary. I'm going to be honest with you. I prefer him signing with Seattle than Calgary. But the guy's yet to be signed. Or
yeah, I think he's.
You don't want to move heaven and earth for him, but God, that would be a great piece.
I think he's torn because the Avalanche are a great team. I think he meshes well with them, and maybe he actually wants to have fun and try to win another Stanley Cup with them rather than the money. I mean,
hell yeah,
the money's always great, but you know what? Liking your job is a lot better than the money usually. So
look, I got $10 million myself, and let me tell you what, it means nothing to me. I still shop at Walmart. I'm barely getting on. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Money.
I love Kadri though. I think he'll be a great asset yet again for another couple years, hopefully. But
that's the thing, guys. I mean, like, here's the thing with Kadri for me. Before I get to Brennan and Jay here, it's just I love him.
Sign him for more than a couple though.
He's an essential piece. He deserves term because this could be his last contract for big money. I don't think we can stand with the other teams out there that, the several teams. There's not many, by the way, because the salary cap has crunched every team. Many competing teams. But there's teams out there like Calgary, Seattle. There's some teams out there that can make the play. And he's just, he's looking at it. And Joe Sakic, Chris McFarland, they're working on this. They're saying this is what we can do. Like, do you enjoy your time? I bet they're really working it. We can pay you as much as we can. But at the same time, we got to be a competitive team. We got to look out for our future. We want to have you, man. What was your last few years like here? How much did you enjoy it? Is it, $2-3 million more a year worth it? Maybe it is. I don't know. I mean, the guy's won a cup, but it's won enough. Because if he goes to Seattle, if he goes out to Calgary, who I still, after losing Johnny Hockey, I'm sorry, you're taking a step back. Kadri's not a Johnny Hockey. He's a different type of player. Calgary fans will like him a lot. Yeah, he's a lot bigger, but I mean, Johnny Hockey's Johnny Hockey. I mean, let's go. I mean, but they'll love him there. But at the same time, I don't think they're winning the cup. So, he's fighting this stuff, Brennan. And what do you think the Kadri situation? I mean, ultimately, where do you see it going? What do you think about it?
There were multiple teams, and I said this on the July 6th post on your Lynch that obviously things have changed, but multiple teams were in the running. Avs, Seattle, Ottawa. I think Ottawa's out of it since they got Drew.
Yeah.
Washington's out of it because they've got Kemper
Darcy,
now. New York Rangers are out of it because they got Trocheck. So I think Boston's still in it, but they're trying to sign
Bergeron.
Arizona may be still in it because they really haven't signed anyone big yet. Seattle may be kind of still in it. But we only have $3.9 million left, and that's to sign a few extra forwards and like those extra like
just in case.
Yeah, just depth guys.
Those two-way players and those depth forwards that are going to jump up and down during the year that we're probably going to see a lot of.
Also, we're going to have to re-sign Nathan McKinnon.
His contract's not going into effect until the following year, anyways.
I know, but they need to tie that shit up, and they know that. So that's something they're going to be constantly working on.
And then I highly doubt that. Just throwing a number out there, 3.5. I know Kadri's been making 4.5 since 2016. And then 4.1 from in 2015-16, and then he was making 2.9 in 13-14 and 14-15. So he's obviously been going up, and this is the best season he's had in his career. He's not going to take 3.5 to stay here.
No, no, and he could easily get 8.5, 9 on the market right now.
Exactly,
I can
unless
guarantee.
we give him like 10 years.
No way. And that's the thing too. I don't want the Avalanche really screwing over our future as well, because I think even without Kadri, we still have a very, very good team. And he was injured in the playoffs. You know,
And he still did well.
Made it work. Well, we still did really good without Kadri. Let's be real.
Exactly. But
So
I'll shut up and let Jay and Oren get to
yeah,
it.
I mean, Jay, you know, Kadri, your thoughts on him? I mean, what's your expectation? Are we re-signing him, or is he moving abroad, buddy?
Yeah, I would love him to stay, but like Brandon was saying, and you as well, that our salary cap's a bit of an issue now. I think it's better to part ways and let him sign to a team where he wants to play.
Yeah.
Because 3.5 for Kadri, he's such a talented player.
No way.
No way he's staying here with that
Impossible.
money. Yeah.
He's not ever playing for 3.5. Let me tell you that right. That would be an insult to him.
Exactly.
Elise says, so the talk I've heard is if we keep Kadri, oh boy, here we go, Brandon. We trade Gerard, because let's face it, we have like what, 3.9 left? Thoughts? Yep.
And even then, that only adds 5 mil. And there's
That's enough.
One reporter that is only going on the Kadri or the Gerard fix, and
we're going to get you on that. I want to let you loose on that in just a second. Anthony's, I agree with Brandon. It's not about the money. I think Kadri's think of his family. Does he want to pack up and move, especially when you have a family and kids? Depends on the money. Yeah,
his kids is I think about the same age as you and I.
4.
I think his little girl is about 3 or 4 right now. And,
oh boy!
Yeah.
Oh
no, Nick!
Boy.
No,
Nick is pushing.
no.
Nick is pushing.
Who takes his place?
Oh boy! He said McDermott. That's what he's thinking. If we trade Gerard, we can resign. What do you think? We make a huge move for Bradley Hunt.
Let Jay finish his.
I have to get these out here too. If we trade Gerard, we can. It's coming up, bro. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna get to Anthony. Hold on. Give me a second.
Jay finish his thoughts. I'll be puking. Sorry.
Jay, before the puking, yeah, this is the last part of the show here. Any last words, Kadri? What do you think is gonna happen?
Yeah, I think he's gonna sign with Seattle, or I don't see him playing with Arizona. There's just no potential of winning the cup anytime soon for them. So,
or Seattle, though. I mean, my God, Arizona, Seattle, don't they have the same chance?
Seattle, there's something to build on at least.
Arizona, they're building pieces over there in Arizona, man. They're building pieces over there.
Pee-wee rink.
Yeah, with their pee-wee
rink. Right? It's a rough go over there, but I don't think Seattle. You can look at Seattle's pool and be like, it's so much better than there. Yeah, I don't believe that. I think Arizona's got some young talent. I mean, but. I don't know. And think about it. They're 2 young guys they just drafted, supposed to be the number 1 and 2 seeds. They're centers. Kadri's a center. So what? He's not going to be able to play with their highest end talent. I mean, what are you talking about? They're one on the wing. I mean, it's a bit complicated over there. Yeah, he might look better in the Kraken. I mean, I like the Kraken jerseys. I mean, a lot of people look better in Kraken jersey. But I don't know. I think Calgary's a real option for them. At least they have some good players there. I mean, they were favored over Edmonton, and they got took. And you never know. I mean, he's the type of Calgary type. People in Calgary would embrace the shit out of a guy like Nazem Kadri of like Toronto. They'd embrace a guy like that. So that's Kadri, guys. I think. I don't know what I think is going to happen. I mean, the guy is obviously invested. We don't have the money right now to give him what he wants, but just to let you know, like Adrian Dater made this comment, and this is an obvious comment, but we can technically spend up to about $90 million in the cap, go about 10 over
Mhm.
until, practically season starts kicking on, and then we can make our changes, make our moves then. So you can always give an offer to somebody like him and then be like, figure out the shit later type of idea. It's very possible, but how do you figure that shit out? And this is where we get to. I'm going to go to Brendan last because I want to let you. I'm going to let you unleash last. This is where we get to this whole stuff about right here. If we trade Gerard, we can re-sign Kadri for 7.5. It's still low for Kadri. He can always get at least $1 million plus more a year. I don't know how important that is. Anthony's got to go after Patrick Kane. Let me tell you what.
I'm done.
I was hoping. I was hoping my younger brothers would join for this. Dude, Patrick Kane.
I can't take the stupid comments. No.
Patrick Kane.
No.
Let me tell you something. It's not off the table. That's all I'll say. It's not off the table. Anthony said, just imagine it. I know, Anthony. It's so fun. We've all touched ourselves to it, believe me. But I don't know. I heard Kadri was talking to Winnipeg as well. Oh, that would be interesting. Oh. Ooh. Shifley, Kadri is 1 and 2. Shifley probably 1. Kadri 2. That's it. I didn't hold them either.
Yeah,
You've broken them.
Get lit up by our defense.
He's not winning much of it, but I mean, solid team. Yeah, that is one sexy jersey. He gets to see your jersey all around. Anthony's impressed though, Brendan. He got to see you do the wraparound. Gentlemen, I want to start with you. Samuel Girard, is he the guy you would even want to move to make room for a guy like Kadri?
He's young and he's still learning how to play with his team. And everyone was dogging on him, saying, "Get him out of here! Get him out of here! He's too weak for the NFL or NHL."
He is weak for the NFL. That's for sure.
He's definitely weak for the NFL. But yeah, they're just saying he was too weak. But you know what? I'd rather him stay and still grow with the team, and I think he has a lot to show for us. So.
Let me tell you something about Sammy G. I love Sammy G. The dude's yet to complete a playoff series with the Avalanche without getting fucking destroyed. Okay. So that's just something to think about. Hold on, Brennan. Get it going. Baker Smart going down there. It's something to think about. Is he a playoff player? He so far is not. Just because his injury record and his availability has been very, very limited. So he is not right now. He's a good hockey player. He's a great skater. He's one of these few guys who can skate the puck out of the zone. Avalanche, we thrive on puck, how we move the puck out of the defensive zone into the offensive zone for our attack. Sammy G is key to that. I love the guy. I don't want him to go. I think $5 million for him is relatively decent. Another team would overpay for a guy like Sammy G for sure. Jay, your thoughts? Sammy G, is he a guy you would maybe move to sign Kadri?
Yeah, for me, it's way too early to move out of that situation. Like for me, I would keep Girard for sure because he has so much potential and he has so much to prove himself still.
Yes, he has a lot to prove, dude. In the regular season, he's a beast. He has a lot to prove for me in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You need to be in there for the run. And he has yet to be in there.
Before he got injured, I'm sure you guys noticed too. I remember Jordan noticed about it, that he was playing by far the best in defense.
Oh, he's excellent. He was great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Sammy G. And I think we've traded away a lot of defensive prospects here, Brennan. We've traded away, Hellison for Manson, but we signed Manson, so it was worth it. So that's okay. That's a wash, right?
Yep.
We traded away, to Montreal. Jay, who did we give you?
Justin Barnes.
Yeah. And we've traded away a lot of picks. So we're trading away a lot of future potential. Sammy Girard is still a young man. He took a nice deal at $5 million. And now, Brandon, there's a lot of stuff coming up. Obviously, I think we know by your reaction of doing 2 backflips off of your chair, by saying, would we trade Sammy G to keep Kadri?
No.
Obviously, your answer is no.
No.
But why don't you give us some information on that, buddy?
No, so he's production. He's production on the blue line, and then 2, we're all looking at Jay now, or Oren.
I don't want that. I wasn't trying to do.
Get your shit together.
Sorry.
I mean, I understand the fact that people hate the fact he can't finish a playoff series, or he can't finish the playoffs. I mean, you got to keep in mind the guy's 5'8", 5'10", 185 pounds, something like that. It takes a lot to finish playoffs, and I mean, my God, I only do it in beer league, and that takes a lot to finish fucking playoffs. So, and I had back surgery because of playoffs.
Damn right.
I can't even imagine what it takes to do the NHL playoffs. So, snapping your sternum because of that, it just, I think we need to give him at least another chance. Everybody's so quick to jump on to trade to Gerard. He's what, 50 points per year? Where are you going to make that up?
Yeah, he's a stud, dude. I mean, I like him, but you know what they say too. Also, if you don't trade him now, Kadri say he signs elsewhere. You know, you get in the season.
Yeah. Well,
Chicago. Here we go.
and-
Chicago. Oh boy.
No.
Oh, here we go. Is he a piece to move to Chicago for this gentleman here?
With
For
their
another
3 players,
Stanley Cup?
they've got 4 fucking forwards and 1 defense and 2 goalies right now. So there's not going to be much back there. He's not going to want to go there. He's going to look at the Kadri or Gerard.
No, I'm saying Kadri's already signed. I'm just saying
Oh.
Kadri's already. Say he's in Seattle. Who gives a shit? He's
Yeah.
gone. And we go in the season. We keep Gerard. And you know, Joe Sakic, McFarland, they're not afraid to make a big move. A team like Chicago. Let me tell you this right now: their defense is shite. Okay, their team is shite. They look like a guy with Gerard that's got term on 5 per, and they have Patrick Kane in the last season of his contract. We've
At
saved
10.
money. I think we can afford that. We can make some moves around. We can take 10. It's possible. I'm just saying, like, you know, Anthony's saying, look, and you know, it's not impossible. And when you get a guy like, I mean, come on. Now, like, if your option is keeping Sammy G and having a run and getting Patty Kane and being by far the best team, I mean, I don't like the spirit. High stirring the pot.
You have to make up somewhere in the neighborhood of 5.5 million. If you get rid of Samuel Girard, so you've got to trade someone else with him. So JT Comfort, 3.5 mil. So you still got to add someone with him. I'm thinking off the top of my head who's a high value. Well, I can't even think.
Some of these guys, though, we can easily send a guy to the minors, take a hit if it's someone we don't believe in. I think we can make the money. The point is, and don't get me wrong here, Chicago can retain salary. So
I doubt they would.
Oh, I think they would to get what they want. They can get Sammy G and a pick, or we have 0 picks left for the next 50 years. But
right,
you know, I mean, if
next year we've got a few picks, but
I know, but it's just like, you know what I mean. We don't want to just continue to do, but for another cup, you'll do whatever it freaking takes. I'm saying, I'm gonna stir the pot here. You know, I'm just saying. Brennan must have got lit up by a team wearing a Black Sox jersey. He is salty right now. You don't like it, Brennan.
Hate the Blackhawks.
You don't like it. It's good stuff. Oh boy, and there you go. That's a big key.
No. Eric Johnson's going to retire an Av. He ain't going to go where he's got a no movement clause. Am I right, guys?
And Eric Johnson
You're right.
was an absolute bottom 6 beast of a player. If he's healthy, beast of a player.
Yeah.
100%. He's not going anywhere. No.
And Nick
way.
is saying a lot of hot takes tonight.
Fucking Nick, dude. I hope you're a subscriber, Nick. Get your head out your ass, buddy, and hit the subscribe button.
Click to like and subscribe. Avs Fan TV. Come on, guys.
Do that.
We gotta
Get your
that
fingers
shit.
out. Give us a tingle, baby. Hey, you ever heard of a taint?
What the
Go ahead
hell
and tickle
was
it, bud.
that?
All right, let's go here. Shrinking by the minute, buddy. Too many plastics in the water. All right, that's a whole other conversation. We're gonna quit it. We're gonna quit it there, boys. We're at an hour
Well,
10.
we haven't even discussed the goalie trade.
We did. Yeah, we did last show. Yeah, we did last show.
Well,
yeah,
I must
that's old
have,
news, Brennan.
Yeah,
So-
I did on my
I might have been a little too lit up.
Yeah.
On that one.
You've been a little lit up on that. That was a Crown Royal apple back there.
Yeah.
But gentlemen, we're gonna end it right there. We're gonna end it at Taint Talk. That brings us to Oren pretty smoothly. Oren, last words here. UFAs, expectations. What your overall thoughts?
I'm ready to get this started. I'm ready to see
Let's
what they
fucking
can do. I'm glad with the contracts that we have now and what we're going with. So
Hell yeah, Jason. Last thoughts, buddy.
Yeah.
Before we get down on some Quifa, let's go. Let's fucking get it.
I'm really happy with the signings, and it's a really nice terms for the boys. Like I really like the Manson deal and Lehkonen.
Oh yeah,
Like those ones, it's not a mistake at all. It's perfect. And Nishushkin, 8 years is a long term, but the annual average value is pretty solid.
yeah.
And then Cogliano and Helm, we kept them for really cheap, and they know what it takes to win the cup. They both won it twice already, so you can't really ask for anything better.
Well, Cogliano's won it once, but yeah.
No, he won it with the Ducks, no?
That
Oh,
was
okay.
his first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, my bad for the
you
Falcons.
son of a bitch. How dare you on your walkout? I shouldn't have corrected you. I should have just let you say your shit. That's all me.
And then as we
Walk out.
lose the
Yeah,
18
I know.
subscribers we have on.
Yeah. We went from
Well, I mean,
barely 110
Cogliano,
to about 12. No, you're good, Jay.
No, he was with Edmonton in 07.
Yeah, we love you for that. Elise says, "Don't tell me how to live my life. We will not. We will not. You are a strong lady. You do what you do.
We
Power
love
to
you, Elise. You're our
Elise. We
loyal.
love you. You do what you got to do."
he did.
Nick.
Cogliano.
Oh boy, Nick's already got Ottawa in the final. I think it's a bit early, Nikki. But let me tell you what.
Peru, and that's it. What?
Yeah. I think fucking DeBergkamp era. I mean,
Well, he hasn't been shit in Chicago, and he had Tays and Kaner with him. So,
dude, he had 70, almost at 80 points. Now,
and what
he was
did
playing with
Chicago
Patrick
do?
he was playing with Patrick Kane.
Yeah, but what?
Ottawa's
did
a more
Chicago
solid
do?
foundation. Ottawa's a more solid foundation. They're a playoff team. They're a playoff team this year. That's all I'll say, Nick. They're a playoff team. I will not go for. They could get knocked out first round, bro. But there's no way they're making the final. No way.
Yeah, they'll get knocked out by Toronto.
Toronto's only
Actually,
chance to get
a
past
really
first round. Bro.
interesting first
I don't
round.
know. Yeah, I don't. Who knows? Ottawa will be good to make the playoffs and just have a good
Jay
go.
say they won't make it past the first round.
Who, Toronto?
No, Jay was saying it. He's so
Ottawa?
soft spoken. I can't ever hear him.
I know. He's a
I
sweet
said
man.
that it would be an interesting first round Toronto against Ottawa.
Yeah, it would be fun. That'd be a fun John.
And also, to answer your question, Toronto is not going to pass the first round again.
That's you know what? You should just watch your mouth. He's rooting for the Burgundy to go back to back. Fuck my city sucks. You know what? I'm halfway offended by that, but also like I'm listening. We'll go for there, Nick. People, let's call it. We appreciate it. Let's get it going here. We're trying to get some FIFA games in tonight. It's going to be fun. Probably take a couple L's, maybe a W. We'll see what happens. Depending on how many turnovers Jay throws in the box for crosses that go straight to the goalie. It just really depends on that. We appreciate it.
Kadri.
Yeah. Oh, Nikki from Ottawa, bro. Good to have you, buddy. Subscribe, Nick. Get your parents to subscribe too. They're asleep. Wake them up. Go ahead, wake them up. Give them the old shake. Give them the old thumb up the ass. Let's get them going. Wake them on up, buddy. Good to have you, Nick. We appreciate you joining. Let's call it, boys. We got shit to do. I mean, let's get real here.
Have a good night, everyone. Thank you.
Everybody have a wonderful night. We thank you for joining. Elise, Anthony, appreciate you. Nick, my wife who did not join, she'll get payback later for sure. Will it be with my penis? I don't know. Probably not. That's it is what it is. We'll go from there. Gentlemen, ignore that last comment. Let's enjoy the night. Have fun. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you all next show. It's going to be fun. Love you all.
Bye.
Bye.